Hi everybody, welcome back to the glorious Sipsco Coast. It's another sunny day here in the Sipsco Coast. We are currently overlooking Donutsville, where we've spent like the last million episodes just coming in here, fixing it up, making it look nice. We got the big O with the pedestrian walkway across to like Nerd Central here, where they do all the number crunching and stuff. And we've got like these new neighborhoods that we've set up recently, well, last time anyway, that now need some services and stuff. And we're going to fill in these gaps, get a whole bunch of trees in, make sure that Donutsville is all covered for services and stuff. And then we'll take like a nice tour through it and see how people live their lives in this frosty, sprinkle-coated heaven on earth. Donutsville? No? Yeah? Maybe? All right. Okay, so first things first, we need to come out of the dramatic camera mode, the like EastEnders mode sort of thing. We're missing water somehow. Did I not pipe all this up? I'm sure I piped all this up. I did not pipe all this up. Okay, fine. We will pipe all this up, so now there is some water for all these people that live like on the peripheral. We've got a soccer field here. Apparently people were saying that the new Donutsville Public Soccer is not a good name for a soccer field. I disagree, but at the same time, maybe I do agree, because it is kind of a shit and generic name, and it could be better. So, we're gonna call this, somebody was saying that we should actually have a soccer team that represents this field, and that's probably true. So we're gonna go for the double, if I could type, the double Glazers, the double Glazers FC. Football club. There we go. It's not soccer anymore, it's football. The Double Glazers FC. There, perfect. Now we have the Double Glazers FC football club. For all these guys to just like run around their shorts and get all randy with each other and just like talk about chicks and score like mad goals and I don't know, do like that crazy shit that they do on the soccer field, like bicycle kicks and what else do they do? Lots of running around. They run around for like 90 minutes straight. They're like Iron Men out there on the field. It's crazy, and they've got like really sweet leg muscles and everything. Only the best for Donutsville, right? The Double Glazers FC have just moved into town, and as you can hear, the entire population is upgrading. They're dinging and donging away silently in the background there because they are so excited about the prospect of the Double Glazers coming to town. All right. We have really terrible fire coverage in both of these new areas, and it's got to be said, most of the rest of Donutsville as well. Look, there's a huge area over here that is just not covered whatsoever. It looks like possibly there's a fire station here not connected to the road as well. Oh no, it is connected to the road. No, it's not connected to the road. How is this not connected to the road? Okay, so if we connect this up to the road, everybody gets really upset and then really happy again. And possibly some dinging and donging? I have no idea. It must have been away from the road because we upgraded and then downgraded this again. Is that better coverage? It's slightly better. There's still like a real pocket in here that needs some attention. Maybe we can just have like a fire station right at the end of the road for these people. Look, they have their own private fire station. If that's not luxury, I don't know what is. Jesus, imagine having your own private fire station. Own private fire station? Own private fire station. It's like Private Dancer, but it's the fire station edition. It's like a private fire station. Sending out fire trucks. Dealing with blazes all night. Just like a private fire station. Dinging and donging. The entire neighborhood is alight. Alright, it kind of rhymes actually. It's unbelievable. Okay, so fire coverage is okay in those older areas. It looks like Nerd Central is sort of lacking some fire coverage. And actually, we could probably have like a cheeky little entrance. I don't know why I keep saying this. It's because everybody on Twitter, every time anybody mentions on Twitter that I'm going to be in London, they're always asking me to go for a cheeky Nando's. I don't get that. Why is it a cheeky Nando's? Why not just go for a Nando's? Just go for an Nando's. It doesn't need to be cheeky. There doesn't need to be anything cheeky about it. Just have an Nando's. So now, this is just a cheeky little road into Nerd Central. It's like the back way in. We could have another back way in here too. Look at this. It doesn't quite connect though, so I don't think we're going to build it here. But that could have been a cheeky little back way in too. But we'll have this as a cheeky little back way in. That's quite nice. Maybe the fire coverage is not going to be too great over here, but maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Look at this. We can get a fire station on this road here, and hopefully it'll provide coverage to Nerd Central and the outlying areas of this new neighborhood, and the dinging and the donging is real. Listen to all this. Just, it's a whole day of dinging and donging, and everybody's happy, and it's great, and it feels good. And if it feels good, keep on doing it. That is a great motto for life, right? If it feels good, just keep on. Anyway, fine. We'll have another fire station there, and that should be good coverage for the fire stations. Do we have good police coverage? We have adequate police coverage. Look, our crime rate is slowly rising. It's 8% right now. It could be better. I feel like maybe Donutsville is big enough to actually have its own police headquarters. So I'm going to build one. I think this is required, actually, of every neighborhood. And look, we're going to build it right here. So it's like on a main road. It's right next to like an off-ramp and everything. It's got really good access into these new neighborhoods and stuff. And look at that. It just about covers all of Donutsville. The crime rate is 11%, but it's finally going down now that we've got a new police headquarters in this area of the city. And look at that. Look, there's just a lot of dinging and donging and upgrading happening. Look, this new neighborhood already is like almost fully upgraded. Look at this. It's more than halfway there. We just need to get like some medical facilities in here as well. And these people are just going to be going crazy. They're going to be reeling left, right, and center. Should we get like a little medical facility in here next to the fire station? I think, yeah. And then we can have one over here too. We'll have a medical facility right near the Double Glazers Football Club, just in case when those guys are out there in the field getting all randy and being all silly and horsing around and stuff like that. They can just get taken by stretcher straight off the field into the medical facility, and they can be dealt with promptly. And then they can get back on the field. They can brush themselves off, get back on the field, put their helmets back on for the football game, and their cleats and stuff, and their padding, and they're ready to go. Which will be a nice thing, actually. We're going to need some sort of, like, incinerator here as well. It's not actually an incinerator. It is a crematorium. It's just fun to call a building that burns dead bodies an incinerator, because effectively it is an incinerator, but still. Do we want to, like, just call this an incinerator? An incinerator. There we go. What a nice place to visit. Look at that. You get into this new neighborhood and immediately you're greeted with a building for burning dead bodies. How nice is that? Look, the whole neighborhood has really benefited from this as well, though. They don't have to bury them under the ground anymore. No way. They're all set to go. They can just burn them all up and they're good to go. Great. Okay. We want to have possibly some houses lining here as well. Look at this. We're going to have some houses that come out to here. We have no demand for residential right now. We're just planning, okay? We're just planning all of this stuff up so that when the time comes and there is demand for residential, we're ready to go. Look at this. We're going to have like some nice Baltimore-style row houses along here and along here too. So this street will be like little Baltimore down here. We're going to have a whole bunch of row houses. It's going to be fantastic. Look, we're going to have a couple little row houses here too, just along there. And the rest of this will probably be trees and stuff surrounding this area. Look, we've got some houses here too, which is perfect. This is actually quite a nice little area. And so is this too, it's got to be said. The only thing that remains now, I think, for Donutsville in general, I think we're good for services. We've got medical everywhere. We've got fire, good fire coverage, decent fire coverage, adequate fire coverage, I would say. Sorry, I keep going down the scale, but look, there are some hot spots where a fire may occur. Smokey the Bear would not be pleased, but still, you can't, there's only so much you could do to appease Smokey the Bear. And in this case, I think we've done everything that we can. Schools? I say that we were fully serviced up. We're obviously not. I mean, our elementary school availability citywide is shocking. Look at that. We have a capacity for 1,200 kids, and we have nearly 3,000 eligible kids. We are really failing these kids in a major way. Fine. We're going to teach them how to play football for the Double Glazers right on the football grounds. Look at that. We're going to have a school right next to the football field, which is kind of realistic, actually. In real life, that would happen, right? You would have like a nice big playing field close to a school, and that's realistic and right and everything. Holy shit. Oh my god, these poor bastards. Look at this. All they want to do is learn, and they can't. All they're learning about down here in the inner city is the way of the streets, and that will not do. Fine, we're going to shove an elementary school into the inner city so that these inner city kids can learn about the ways of books and math and whatever else you end up learning at school. For me, it was such a long time ago. I have no idea what I even learned at school, if anything, so I can't really comment. Okay, we're going to have another elementary school, I believe, in this neighborhood as well. We're going to really prop things up in this neighborhood. Look, we're going to turn this neighborhood from a bad one into a good one. Look at that. Everybody's face is smiling. Like, it's just like a whole sector of the city filled with jokers. And our capacity for elementary schools is going up. Look, we might need another one as well. Look at this. We're going to have one, like, right between. I know I said that people wanted to wake up and not see Microsoft in the morning or whatever, but I think it's okay if they wake up, not see Microsoft, but they see a school instead. But then, like, Nerd Central can look at the school and be like, that's where it all starts. Look, we send these kids to school. They learn about how to be, like, a really good nerd when they grow up and become fully nerd adults. And then they could just come over here to Nerd Central in the middle of Donutsville and get their nerd on in a major way. They can crunch numbers. They can figure out sprinkle technology. They can figure out double, triple, and quadruple glazing technology as well, and they can actually put that to good use in Nerd Central. It's gonna be fantastic. This reminds me, actually, we need to actually say that this is Nerd Central, and I think the best way to do that is with the small brush. Look at this. This is gonna be fantastic. We're just gonna get in here with the small brush. Look, the school can be partly, like, funded by Nerd Central as well. Kind of like how the schools in America are, like, sort of partly funded by Coca-Cola. Because everybody loves Coca-Cola. It's really fun to drink, tastes great and stuff. And why not? You know, why not fund schools with Coca-Cola in America? Because it's a fun drink to have. It's fizzy, it makes you burp and stuff. It's full of sugar, just, like, makes you act like you're crazy and you're just, you know, flinging yourself around a room, bouncing off the walls and stuff like that. It makes perfect sense. So we're going to do the same thing in Nerd Central here. We're going to have them sponsor this school just outside of Nerd Central, and all the kids are going to grow up and they're going to work in Nerd Central. They're going to be big nerds, and they're going to help the economy of Donutsville in a major way. And that is investing in the future. And actually, if ever there was a campaign if ever there was a gang in Short Circuit called the Slogos that I wanted to use on the campaign trail to just rough people up and stuff like that, those are the ones I would use. The Slogos kick your ass. The Slogos kick your face. The Slogos kick your balls into outer space. Nerd Central. Jesus Christ. There we go. Nerd Central. Established. Do we want some policies for Nerd Central? I think that there needs to be a recycling policy in Nerd Central, a parks and recreation policy in Nerd Central, of course, an educational boost in Nerd Central, possibly a smoking ban in Nerd Central, and smoke detector distribution in Nerd Central. I think that's good, actually. I think we're good. That's a lot of policies to apply to one single solitary block of offices in our city. Is it or is it not? I believe it is. Okay, great. Back to schools then. High schools? Again, completely and utterly failing high school children. Or they're not really children, are they? High school's more like young adults, kind of. Well, they're like teenagers. Are teenagers young adults nowadays? I mean, back when I was a teenager, I was definitely not considered a young adult. I wasn't allowed to do shit. But maybe nowadays things have changed. I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to put a high school over here, right across the field. What's in the way? What is in the way there? I'm not even sure. Is it this slope just too steep? Okay, right across the field. Because, like, these are grown-up kids, right? They can cross a road safely and get to the soccer field. It'll be fine. And actually, these are the guys that are more likely to join this team. So you'll go from here to here and then to here, right? And then probably from here you will end up here at some point due to some sort of like hamstring or, you know, like a faulty ligament or whatever happens to like sports types. I have no idea. All right, fine. We will also get a nice high school in the center of this neighborhood. Look at that. look, the whole neighborhood now can benefit from edumacation in a major way. They don't have to necessarily go all the way to the edumacation station. Look, they've got edumacation right on their doorstep, which counts as a service, and everybody can upgrade and have fun, and it'll be great. Perfect. Do we want to have a high school down here too? Right next to this elementary school for the inner city kids, so that they don't learn a life of crime and instead learn a life of books or whatever. You end up... okay, fine. I feel that that's like a good thing. All right, fine. Great. Services. Holy shit. All right. I mean, we're still not amazing, but at least we're in the yellow instead of the red, right? And our university availability is actually quite good, but we might need to build another university at some point. Wow. All right. 36,480 souls in Sipsco Coast now, if you could believe that. And all that's left now is about 20 to 30 solid minutes of planting trees manually so that we can listen to that beautiful thudding sound, and we can really oh, there's a power line here that does not actually need to be here at all. Look at that. What's meant to be in there? Offices and commercial? What is going on here? It's the mafia's back. Look at this. They're trying to muscle into this neighborhood. They're trying to build just a random gas station in this neighborhood to try to, like, extort the locals and stuff. It's just not going to do, Mafia. We can't have you just moving in here whenever you feel like it. Is the sign for Donutsville still here? Oh, it is as well. Okay, fantastic. Great. All right, we need some more trees. We need lots of trees, but we don't want to obstruct the Donutsville sign. We want people to know that when they come through here, there's only one place that they could possibly be, and that is in Donutsville. And actually, I feel like this is like a better entrance into Donutsville. No? Like, I think maybe we should actually get rid of these houses here and make this like a Donutsville entrance, like on the other side. Or we did already! Oh, we already did. There's just a house in the way here. Okay, fine. These houses can come back. I'm sorry for demolishing your houses, people. That was very, very, very rude. Okay, fine. We'll do that, and then we'll tart up this area here so that it looks really nice, so that when people come in, they're like, holy shit, there's only one place I could possibly be right now, and that, of course, is the one and only land of the Double Glazers. That's right. Home city of Double Glazers FC. They're going on their World Soccer Championship Tour, where they're going to do all of the bicycle kicks required to bring it on home for Donutsville. People of Donutsville are going to be pretty happy. They'll probably watch it all on TV because they're too lazy to actually go to the soccer field and watch it. They'll watch it on TV, and then they'll celebrate the big win from the home team with a trip to see Bon Jovi in concert in downtown Clowntown every single night at 8 p.m. on the dot. Bon Jovi performs for approximately 25 minutes at a time because he's all about volume. You know, they're not special concerts, these concerts, because they're every single night. So he's like, well, fine. If they're every single night, I can just do like 2 or 3 songs or whatever. And then these people know that I'm just going to be back the next night or whatever. So I don't need to actually bust my ass in like a 4-hour mega concert. I can just do 25 minutes of daily concerts. And then I can just go back to doing some word processing or just having a rest, or maybe just smoke some crack with my friends in the park nearby or whatever. And that's pretty sensible, actually. I think that'll help Bon Jovi retain some sort of work-life balance. You know, he can do the things that he finds enjoyable. He'll have enough time in the day to do that, because obviously at this point Bon Jovi does not enjoy being a performance artist. He's been doing it for so long that he's become jaded and he hates it, and he feels just really, really angry about the fact that every time he gets on stage, everybody is like, oh, John Bon, please, can you do that one about smile and have a nice day and stuff? And he says, those aren't even my songs. Those aren't even my songs. What about Bed of Roses? And everybody just gives him a blank stare. What song is that? We want Smile and Have a Nice Day, Bon Jovi. And then so on and so forth. And you can see why he's so angry. Okay, fine. So we're just we're filling in a lot of these gaps here with trees, and I don't actually know if I need to really continue doing this. I could probably just do this in my own time, because I just derive such pleasure from this, but like other people don't seem to share my pleasure. I get a lot of comments from people that say, Sips, why did I just watch a video of you planting trees for like 25 minutes? But I feel like planting trees is just such a huge part of this game. Like, it's a very important part of this game. Look, you gotta get it looking right, because look, if you look at it from far away, look at the areas that have a couple of trees, look really nice. The areas that don't have trees look sparse and awful, and that's why you have to get in here with the trees, because it's all about having these bird eye looks at the city, and it looking nice, and getting that sense of satisfaction after spending hours and hours manually placing trees and listening to each individual thump of the tree as the stump enters the earth and the roots grow out and it becomes like a big soaring man tree instead of just a little baby tree like the ones that you used to plant when you were in the Cub Scouts or whatever. Remember those ones that you'd get like in a bag? Just be like this little twig with like a bit of dirt at the bottom of it, and you'd have to go to some like god-awful off-ramp somewhere along the highway for like a morning. It was always raining on the morning that they decided to do this, drag you out there, and then you just had to like plant trees and get yelled at by somebody for not planting a tree right. I don't know if that is your childhood, but that was a big portion of mine actually, and maybe that's why now I feel like I have to make up for the fact that I wasn't good at planting trees in real life by being really good at planting trees in game. No? Look at that. You can't say that that doesn't look better. It looks way better. Look, we got tree-lined roads everywhere. I mean, when we do the first-person tour of Donutsville, you're going to be like, oh, thank God Sips put all those trees in there. It's made all the difference. It's made this tour really something special. And I think without these trees, I don't think that tour would have been anything special at all, actually. We're going to go through the Big O. We're going to check out all these new schools and stuff. We need to find somebody, actually, that can take us through. We're going to take somebody like here. We're going to follow this car around, I think. And we're going to go in slow motion. Well, as slow as we can. Okay, we are in Edward Reed's automobile from the Maple residence. He's driving home to the Maple residence. He's a worker at Albatross Publishing, so he's some sort of nerd. And he's a highly educated adult. Edward Reed, take us to the bridge. Here we go. Look at this. He's a very good driver. He didn't even use the Big O. I guess he doesn't live in that part of the city, so he's going to come through here instead. Almost knock over a woman who's just on her way home. So Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse is there, and then we're done. Look at Pee Wee's Playhouse. Holy shit. It is actually Pee Wee's Playhouse. It's actually a Pee Wee's Playhouse in our city. That's incredible. Okay, maybe we didn't want to follow Edward Reed then, because he didn't actually go anywhere sensible. What car is this? Let's find out. Oh, it's a fire truck. And it's actually parking in there. So that's no good either. I have to wait for somebody. Oh, look. Is that a little scooter? Okay, this one looks promising. Look. Going to the Wood residence. It's Earl Alexander. Isn't that where Edward Reed just went? Or is this a new one? Okay, fine. We'll follow Earl Alexander. All right, Earl. Take us to the bridge. Oh, shit. He's going to go through the Big O. He's going to do it. He's going straight through. Oh my God, look at this. He almost hit up 2 motorcyclists. Oh, and he's turning off. And, oh, he's going into one of the new neighborhoods. Look at all those solar panels, all these high-tech houses. We just passed Nerd Central. Look at that tree-lined median as well. Look at these roads are beautiful. Oh, look at this. It's like a city of the future. He is now in this new area that we've created. He's going to drive by maybe one of the schools or the incinerator. Look, you can see the highway there in the distance. Oh my God. You gotta love the first-person camera, right? It's so good. All right, we can stop emptying the cemetery as well. All right, well, I think we're pretty much done with Donutsville for now. We've completely, like, walled it off. We have some houses that need to develop here and stuff. I think next time we'll probably expand Holy Crap, because we have just a massive amount of demand for offices that we actually need to meet at some point. We'll probably expand out Holy Crap a little bit, get some more services and stuff in here, get some access to it or whatever, and then in between we can finish beautifying Donutsville and stuff. Once we've met that demand, get a little bit more commercial in and stuff as well, we can cast our eye much like they do in The Lord of the Rings, when that tower with the big eye on it sort of casts itself across the land. We'll cast our eye over to Satansville and Bagelsville. Bagelsville, I had this idea that I wanted to try, but maybe it might not work, but we'll have to see. We'll try it anyway, but we'll tart it up. We'll make it look nice. We'll expand it out a little bit. We've got some tiles that we need to unlock and stuff, and Trashland probably needs to be migrated at some point as well, especially now that most of these dumps are like full or emptying. Great. All right. Perfect. Excellent. Well, it's nice, actually. It's nice that we've been able to sort of service Donutsville and fix it at long last, because it kind of needed it. It's got like this sort of Big O here and Nerd Central now, and they've got the Double Glazers Football Club, and everything seems to be going quite well for Donutsville. And then maybe we can do like a first-person tour of Donutsville from the highway as well, so that we can see that sign in action. That'd be great. All right, excellent. Well, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.